Within the next 60 seconds, I'm gonna show you orthodontists the magic winning formula to grow your practice faster than anyone in the country while making your dream life a reality. You'll have a successful practice making more money than you thought possible. With the winning magic formula, you'll have 15 new patients in the first week, guaranteed or your money back. And I hope you like to relax because you're gonna get 2 days off per week. You'll be able to just sit back and let the machine do the work for you. The winning formula that I've been perfecting over the past decade, I'm gonna show you in a second, not just yet. It's actually up here behind the door, so come with me. You might not believe me, but it truly is plug and play. Your team does nothing. When I take you through this door, you're gonna understand what 99% of other orthodontists don't. AI is gonna take your calls, messages, schedule every referral source, even when you sleep. Alrighty, here we go. Behind this door, I'm gonna show you how to get all this and more and be retired on the beach in 3 years or less. You ready? All right. There's nothing there. Have you guys ever fallen for a gimmick like this? I see it happen all the time. These don't work. What works is an actual proven process that takes real time and commitment and follow through to grow faster and easier. So let's go see just that and what it actually looks like. All right, pay attention. I'm gonna show you something you never even thought was possible within orthodontics. So let's go check it out.
Luke, hey bud.
How's it going, man?
Welcome, man.
Good to see you.
Doing great, thank you, good to see you.
So you remember that video we posted? You
Yeah.
had said some pretty incredible stuff. Could you just tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, let me show you.
Okay, cool.
We did nothing. We just hired them and we said it, we forgot it. We didn't change the way we structure our fees. We didn't change the way we presented cases to patients. You know, we didn't change our consults. It took a lot of mindset change on mine and Dr. Harvey's part to be willing to do what hit said with our orth chart. We did it and it's working. We doubled our practice over a weekend.
What was it you guys did to grow so fast?
We just really did exactly everything y'all said do.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
You did that, you put together the org chart. Part of that too is building out the call center, patient care center.
Yeah.
And you did all of that really before the ads even turned on.
Right, we had a couple of months, I think. And during that time, it was very important because we were able to take your coaching, we were able to read the yellow book and the red book and work on that.
Maybe somebody's on the fence and, hip, they're overpriced or, whatever, it's just marketing.
Cost is relative. I mean, how expensive is it not to hire HIP, is what I would say. HIP taught us that we didn't answer the phone but about 50% of the time. How expensive is it not to answer the phones 50% of the time? You could pay HIP's fee 10 times.
If you were able to describe HIP to a peer, what would you say that it is?
HIP's way more than a marketing firm. HIP's a friend, HIP's a relationship, HIP's a consulting firm. HIP can give you advice on your schedule, on your financing, on everything.
You're probably one of two different types of orthodontist. You're either on the hamster wheel of death or you're on the broken ladder. The hamster wheel of death could look something like this. Orthodontists go through so many years of school and they come out anywhere between $500,000 to $800,000 in debt. Then from there, they have to pay to open a practice if they want to go into business for themselves. That just stacks on more debt. And then a lot of orthodontists think that they need to acquire more locations in order to grow, more debt. And then they've got to have team members for those locations. Maybe they even bring in an associate. Debt, debt, debt. And so one of the biggest 6 human fears is the fear of poverty. And I believe when that fear sets in, it really cripples most orthodontists. And so they walk into their practice, they're wondering how they're gonna meet payroll, how they're gonna pay their bills, pay rent for their locations, pay rent for the equipment that they have. And then a lot of them go supplement income by picking up other associate jobs at other practices, maybe corporate. So they can't even work in the locations that they have. And really what that sends them on is just a path of burnout. Many fail, many have to close, and they're never able to realize their dream of more freedom, more time, and more money. It can get that bad, we've seen it. The broken ladder is you get to a certain point, but then you become status quo. You can't grow any further. And so you're wondering, how do I put the pieces together to where I'm not having to run payroll, I'm not having to interview, hire and fire, I'm not having to deal with the mess when my team quits. And that's become a huge problem since COVID, because all of the technologically advanced companies are hiring your talent remote. And so who would want to come work in your practice when they can just roll out of bed, hop on a computer, clock in on Slack, have meetings on Zoom? And so you're struggling to find top talent to work within your practice. And that becomes the question of, how do I actually build a brand and a culture where people actually want to come work and be a part of that team? So the first 2 or 3 steps of the ladder are there, but every other step is broken and you really don't see a way out. You're stuck and you can't grow more. Dr. Marcus was on the hamster wheel of death. I had a call with him in 2019 and he said, Luke, this is my last effort. This is the last try. If it didn't work out, he was going to go full-time at an associate job and close his last practice. I laid out the whole thing for him. I said, can you commit to this process? He said he could. Within 1 year, we doubled his practice. So we went from 500,000 in production to $1 million in production. I just talked to him the other day. In 2022, he produced 2.2 million. And last year in 2023, he produced 2.6 million. You just heard from Dr. Carter Thomas, and he was on the broken ladder. He got to a certain point within his practice and just couldn't go any further. He started to hear so much success about working with HIP that he reanalyzed where he was at, changed his mindset.
This mindset change stuff is cool. I need to get out of my own way.
Over a weekend, he doubled his practice. He was on pace to produce about $4.5 million. He ended the year with producing over $9 million. So again, this is what can happen and what you're missing, because you're stuck working in the business and you're not zooming out and learning from others and working with others who have already figured it out. So let me show you how to get off the hamster wheel of death or fix the broken ladder and actually grow. What Dr. Marcus and Dr. Carter both did is they bought in 100% to our framework, which is the patient acquisition and retention framework. The patient acquisition and retention framework is a powerful modality, just like Invisalign. If your patient wears Invisalign, if they're compliant, you know their teeth are gonna move. That's what our framework does, but you have to actually use it. It's not magic. So imagine you walk into your practice, you've installed the patient acquisition and retention framework, and just like Dr. Marcus or just like Dr. Carter, you start to get traction. There's more phone calls, there's more leads. Your team actually knows what to do. They're trained with the best processes and systems. There's new consultations. Your calendar's full with these new patient consults. Maybe you're same-day starting people. Your consult time is less. You're not spending as much time as the doctor in the consultation, so you're not overwhelmed. And the whole time you're thinking, wow, my team's growing, they're improving, there's a better culture, a better energy within the practice, and production is going up month over month. So I told you about 2 doctors, and I could talk all day about all the different brands and the case studies and the results they've experienced within their practice. But it's not a matter of what to do or how to do it. We've got all that figured out. In fact, we lay it out so simplistically with our framework. It becomes a matter of buying in and actually doing it. So if you feel like you're on the hamster wheel of death and your debt is climbing, but your production is not, or if you're on the broken ladder and you're just completely stuck and you don't know what to do, all you need to do is really decide right now to move forward, to book a call. You went to school to learn how to move teeth, not move a business forward. That's my job, and I'm here to help you. We'll walk you through everything and show you how we can get started, how we can partner, and how you can actually start gaining momentum within your practice today. All that's left to do is join the other orthodontists who have partnered with us over the past 10 years and get the patient acquisition and retention framework. So if you're ready for growth and you're ready to become unstuck, I suggest that you book a call now.